Hey guys, it's Tyler here with the Something in the Wild podcast. And before we get started with the podcast, I have a very, very special announcement. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, 1000. Absolutely amazing accomplishment, amazing feat. We that was kind of our goal, was to hit 1,000 subscribers by January 1st of 2025. And we hit that number early. So I'm just super stoked, super happy. I'm so thankful for everyone that's subscribed, everyone that's been following along, watching our videos. It's been an awesome journey so far. Whenever I started back in November of 2023, I kind of thought that this was going to be my goal, but I thought it was way out of reach, especially how I started. You know, things kind of start off slow and then they start to ramp up. You start to get a little bit better. But it's been absolutely amazing, an amazing journey so far. And to celebrate, we are hosting a giveaway. So to thank all of the listeners and the watchers and the followers and things like that, I am giving a snapback hat, a oversized t-shirt, and a fitted t-shirt to a random listener, random subscriber that, number one, likes this video, number two, comments on this video, and number three, is subscribed to the YouTube channel. So if you want to get entered to win, make sure you do all of those three steps, and you can just leave a comment and like this specific video, and then the winner is going to be announced on December 29th, 2024, and I'll get all that stuff sent out to you guys. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you do all that stuff that I just talked about. And yeah, good luck. Hopefully you win. And if not, I will have a couple more announcements that I'll be making, so you don't miss out on anything. But make sure to be following along here. It's going to be awesome this next couple year. I got a bunch of stuff planned, and I'm just looking forward to continuing to do what it is that I love to do, and that's bring videos to you guys. So thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get right into the podcast. Thank you. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Something in the Wild podcast. I'm Tyler Smith, as always, and today I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to take you around through the office with my GoPro and show you what I did with the place. I know that you're seeing the usual view, the view from the front of the desk, but I want to show you around the whole office because Sammy and I yesterday just cleaned everything up. Everything was so dirty. There was so much stuff everywhere. And quite frankly, Sammy was just not happy with how it looked, and it was not as efficient as it could have been. So I wanted to organize everything, make sure everything had a place. I'm going to show you guys around right now. All right, everyone. We are on the GoPro now, and I just want to kind of walk you through what we did with the place, how we organized everything, and how my office actually looks from the other side of me, what I'm looking at whenever I'm recording these podcasts. So, to start off, I'll start off with the view that you always see. This is the backdrop. This is our backdrop wall. This is my desk. This is just a Husky desk that I picked up at Home Depot. Now, we have all of these random pictures. We got Koa, we have an elk bugling, we have my buck from a couple years back, my first ever shed that I've ever found, and it was an elk shed out in Colorado. This nice little painting that we found from Goodwill. This is my license plate from my old Honda Pilot, and that truck was absolutely amazing. I guess it was more of an SUV, but I absolutely loved that car. So I was able to keep the license plate, and I keep that right there. We have some more antlers right here. The United States, We got some Polaroid pictures of me and Koa running around, and then a lake near the college that we grew up at. Another picture, pheasant picture, a dog picture, little puppy picture with a mallard, and a U.S. National Park Service boundary sign from Shenandoah National Park. So that is a cool sign right there. And as you can see also, there's that backlighting right here that I always use. And here's the desk. So to start off, I'm gonna walk you through what's in this desk and how it's laid out here. So to start off with, we have just this mat thing on top. It's just like a soft mat. I was working on my rifle, so I keep this up here because I don't like smashing my rifle against the wooden desk here. So I always keep this up there whenever I'm working on stuff. And I just have my SD card right there from the camera that I just used. Now going into the drawers, I'll let you guys take a little gander here. So it's not full quite yet, but what I did was I took these foam cubes that I use for sound protection and I laid them down in here because I had a couple extras, and I put everything in here that, you know, that I need a spot for, right? So this is all of my like stuff that I would use if I were to go out hunting. This would be what I would look at first whenever I'm packing stuff specifically for electronics, like my phone scope, my GoPro mounts, my tree hangers. I have e-call remote right there, some knives, this little shovel. I have right in the smack dab center, I have my licenses, SD card reader, bunch of other like miscellaneous electronic stuff, as well as my podcast recorder, my P4. So keep that in here too, along with the TV remote, and it all has a nice little area right there. I still have some space up here that I can put some stuff. Not sure what I'm going to put up there yet, but I love this because yeah, it just gives a specific spot for everything that you need. And you know, sometimes whenever you're running around and stuff, it's you'll just throw things in the drawer and then they'll slide around. So with this foam, it doesn't slide around, it all stays in the right spot. Now for my next drawer, I have a little bit more of like my tools. So I have, and these aren't like construction tools or anything. These are tools that I would need whenever I'm working on firearms or my bow or things like that. So got my Allen keys. I have a little file right here, tape measure, stapler, you know, some screwdrivers, knives, all that stuff. Now this is my fly fishing stuff that I use for fly tying. So keep that right there, along with another fishing little rig right there. And then my arrow stuff, and also this bore sight right here. So this is all my arrow fletching, cutting, you know, that sort of stuff, and I'll add some more things back there as well once I get more, once I kind of figure out what it is that I want in there. So now we are going to move over here to this little shelf thing where I have a bunch of stuff hanging up. A lot of this is just hats, just have hats hanging up. I have a couple old bows, a couple diamond bows. I have my calls right there. I have all my fishing stuff in this pack. Then I have my binoculars and rangefinder in this chest pack. And then if we go down below, you can see that I have an absolute mess right here. So this is all my fletching stuff. I'm fletching some new arrows right now for the off season so that I can practice. So I have this stuff laid out. I don't have a space for this right now because, like I said, I'm working on these. So I'm gonna keep those up there. I'm gonna move these up here. And once I'm done fletching these arrows are going to sit in my bow case for the remainder of their lives. They'll sit in the bow case because that's where I like to keep them, and keeps everything stored away. Now, inside of this Ottoman, I have a bunch of stuff that I am going to go through right now. So I have just on top right here, this is my typical podcast recording gear. Also didn't really have a great place for all this wire because I use it so much. So I'm just going to keep it kind of floating around in here, you know, just to use whenever. Now, in this, I have, you know, just some GoPro miscellaneous stuff. Bunch of like camera type gear. These are like USB-C cords. These are headphones, just miscellaneous cords right here. Some more miscellaneous stuff. Underneath here I have a bunch of bags and things like that. I have my just a bunch of random bags and stuff. And I also have my my sling in here too. So I keep all that stuff in here, as well as just some other recording stuff that I need. And that all has a pretty good spot right there. Now, move on over here to the right side. I have my different ammo cans, and I keep different stuff in these ammo cans. So, for example, for the ammo can itself, I actually do have ammo in this. Just a bunch of random stuff, you know, some 45 ACP, some 45 long Colt, 30-06, and some shotgun shells, as well as my black powder for my muzzleloader. Now this next one is obviously labeled as calls, and I just have a bunch of my turkey calls, elk calls, all of that stuff is in this one right here. It's nice because it keeps it very dry and very convenient to access whenever all of them are in the same spot instead of them being just scattered around. Now you can see right here, these are my gun parts. All of the parts, you know, little things that I can use for my guns. Also have a bow sight in here, so you know, we'll keep that in there too, just to kind of so it has a place, so it has a spot. All right, so that is this side right here. Now I'm gonna walk you around the whole exterior of the room. So I did this front wall right here. The ceiling has these foam blocks right here. Cancels noise, which is nice. Have the foam blocks on the sides of the walls. Have this nice ukulele with this moose vertebrae that Matt and I found out in Colorado. And then the next thing that I really want to talk about here is what I did with these lights. So these lights had a pole that went down to the ground right here, and they would stand. You know, there would be like a stand for these lights, and it just was such a pain because it took up so much space on the ground, and they were so top heavy, they would always be falling down. So I took those off and I screwed them directly into the ceiling. So now the lights are hanging from the ceiling, which adds way better light and way more space on the ground. So instead of just having this pole here, now I can have these shelves. And on these shelves, I have, you know, some books and things, some magazines, stuff like that. Then I also have our mini bean and a picture of Koa with a bunch of pheasant. Probably his best day pheasant hunting. And I have the Something in the Wild mug that I made. So that's pretty cool. Now we'll move over here. I have just a TV mounted onto the wall for, you know, if I'm recording a podcast, I'll put some information up there so that I can read it and I can just reference it, and it makes it nice and easy. Now, this is my tripod that I use. This is just, you know, my older one that I'll use for podcasting. It's nice. It has this just swivel head on here, and it's a really good level. So don't usually mess with that too much. It kind of stays put. Now the tripod that I actually use for hunting is this one right here. This is the Siriu or Siriui, however you pronounce it. And I love this thing so far. I used it for a couple weeks. Absolutely awesome. Next, we'll talk about my electronics case. So this is like a Pelican vault, and I keep all of my electronics in here, all of my cameras and stuff, because it is waterproof. Cameras, batteries, things like that, all has a spot in here. Charging some things up right now, my lavalier mics and my smaller camera, charging that up. But yeah, all of this stuff stays in that case at all times, and whenever I need it, I can obviously take it out. Now, in that bin underneath there is just all of my camping stuff. So tents, mats, ground mats, ground tarps, cooking stuff, fuel, water filtration stuff. All of it's in there. My wood stove, all of it's in there, and very nice and organized. So whenever I'm going somewhere, I can just open up that case and I got everything that I need right there. Now, moving over here, we have a picture that I took of the PA Grand Canyon. I absolutely love that picture. Sammy has other opinions, but that is neither here nor there. Now I have a couple of cowboy hats hanging right there on the side, and then my desk. So here on my desk, I have my larger monitor that I use for editing. I have my computer, MacBook Pro, that my, I guess, aunt-in-law, or soon-to-be aunt-in-law, gifted this to us, and I cannot thank her enough. We use it all the freaking time, and I don't know where I'd be without that computer, so thank you very much, Aunt Sue. And the rest of the rest of the desk is the rest of the desk. Water bottle. This is another project that I'm going to be working on, is replacing the trigger screws in my rifle. So that came in the other day. I'm going to put those on here in a couple days, and I'll bring that in a video as well. Now moving into these drawers right here, nothing really crazy, just a bunch of papers and stuff like that in here, and then a bunch of other electronics and microphone arms and a bunch of stuff that I didn't really have a lot of space for. So we'll keep that up there, keep that right there. Now moving in to the closet. Now this is, there's a lot in here. So if we open this up, you can see all of my clothes, all of my boots, decoys, inflatable sleeping mat right here, sleeping bag, you know, just a bunch of stuff that I could hang up here that I wear on any sort of trip or hunt. So have my waders right here too, a leash, you know, some GoPro chest mount, hand warmers, you know, all of this stuff. My my bird hunting vest is in here, and just all of my clothing that I wear on a day-to-day basis is going to be in here, as well as this side thing right here. I have some gloves, hats, just general stuff. And then up top, I have my arrow fletching gig. I have my fly tying stuff. I have some targets. I have some trail cameras up there. This is, you know, all of my stuff. I got fly rods, my net, my platform, climbing platforms down there. Have my battery back here. Yeah, so all that stuff organized in there, and all has a spot and a place. Now, I think that's it. I think that we kind of walked through everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, so much effort went into this office from the very start. Whenever we first bought this house, we knew that we wanted to make this an office, and it really has come together nicely. It looks amazing in here. with the new wall, the white wall, the green paint on the sides. I just love it in here so much, and I'm feeling so much more motivated now that it is clean and organized. Now the next step is to clean the basement, and that is going to be a whole other challenge, but I am really looking forward to it, and I think I'm definitely gonna record a video about that and share that with you guys. So hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate you guys watching up into this point. And yeah, looking forward to bringing you guys some more videos. I will talk to you guys again on Friday. Make sure you guys have a good day, good afternoon, whatever time it is you're watching this, and make sure to keep it wild.